beat up the block and the gun. I press a little button to open the wings. Ain't no advance in the deal I just signed. I don't need to live control my.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We get to see one of the hottest teams in baseball today, Singy.
Yeah, they continue to find ways to win, and I don't see that streak coming to an end today, but that's why they play the game.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And today on the hill, Zach Eflin. What do you have on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the center fielder, TJ Friedl. There's a strike at the knees, and we're underway. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And it's caught for the out. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Noelvi Marte.
And Boog, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
Matt McClain in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 1 out, base is empty. On the ground to the left. Tosses to first. 2 away here in the top of the first.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
2 down, base is empty. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs, base is empty. On the ground, Mateo over to first, and the Reds go 1-2-3. End of a half inning of play, no score. And we're back. And getting the start for Cincinnati, Brent Suter. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Over to the pitcher, but it's offline. He's safe at first.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Mateo gets his lead at first with nobody out. Snap throw to first. Mateo back safely. Now 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The next pitch misses. 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Off the mark there. Ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Man at first, 1 away. And that's through there for a strike. And 1-1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And now the lefty.
2 balls.
And a
1
pitch
strike.
out, but nothing going on. In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Right through there for a strike.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
That's an automatic ball because the timer ran out.
And a free base with the walk. Not exactly a confidence-boosting play on the mound.
Left fielder, Tyler.
2 on, 1 out. O'Neill digs in now.
Really strong hitting performance recently, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Fought off foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that one is inside.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To Elliott, second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing for the Orioles in the first. On to the second from Baltimore. No score. Second inning set to go. And now Austin Hayes. Eflin back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing at a ground ball. And that one handled. Now the throw to first on the run. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Next to hit, Gavin Lux. That one's in there, 0-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Eflin a move to first, and he's back in there. The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first with no outs here. Inside, almost got him.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lunging, but it gets down. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
First and second, no outs. Steer will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Right side. And that one finds its way through. Heading for the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done and bring home the run. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Jake Fraley, the next to hit. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Line drive, caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And now Noelvi Marte. Popped up, and that's a foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Right through there for a strike. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-2. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 Mountcastle throws to Henderson. Over to first, safe.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
In now for the Reds, Austin Wins. And that one fouled off. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Eflin a move to first. Swing and a ball popped in the air.
Well done. Drives in the run. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Popped up left side. Henderson makes the catch, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Reds 2 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Stepping in, Adley Rutschman. And that one lifted in the air center field. Friedl makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting 6, designated
Here's
hitter,
Ramon Laureano. Check swing, called strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And that one fouled off. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. 2 away.
Batting 7, third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. The other way, Steer. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Orioles held in check there, and they're down 2-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Matt McLean.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ellie De La Cruz grounded out his first time up. In the air, left field, down the line. O'Neill squeezes it, and there's two down.
Now batting, designated hitter Austin Hayes.
Two down, bases empty. Next to hit, Austin Hayes. Reached on an infield single his first time. Hayes starting as the designated hitter. 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016.
0-1.
That one fouled off. And that just misses.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And that's outside. That's inside.
Full count.
That one the other way. Makes the catch, inning over. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they're on top 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park, and now the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser.
First pitch, and he just misses. In the air, center field. Friedel moving under it. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Heston Kjerstad. 3 for 6 in the series so far. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
That's off the inside corner. 1-2 to count.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting,
Jorge Mateo now.
Jorge Mateo.
Squirts away a little bit. Suter winds and deals.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Kjerstad at first, one gone. That one ripped. And that gets down in the corner. Coming home. He'll score the relay throw. Wide throw, and it gets away. He'll make it up to third, and I'm sure that'll be an error of the outfielder.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Right through there for a strike.
Missed with a changeup, and now it's even 1-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The tying run is in to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball. 1 strike.
Tied up here in the early going. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 1. Out to short. Fires across the diamond, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Now batting.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it one-hops the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 4-2. The relay.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Laureano comes up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. That one missed. Rutschman stands at second with 2 gone. That one laced to center and a base hit. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now it's going to be Jordan Westburg. He's 0 for 1. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning here in the last half of the third. Laureano on the move. In the dirt, and there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. fly ball to right. Fraley should have it. And that's the third out. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. 3 innings complete. It's the Orioles 5 and the Reds 2. On to the fourth. Here's the left fielder, Gavin Lux. There's the strike.
Well, these Reds just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there. Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Steer at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball there. Liner, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Next for Cincinnati, Jake Fraley. 0 for 1 so far. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Fouled off left side. Cut on and lifted in the air. Cowser makes the grab. 1 down.
Up next for Cincinnati, third baseman, Noelvi Marte.
Now, Noelvi Marte. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. And he lays down a bunt, and that's foul. Ground ball could be 2. Mateo over to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. So digging in,
Now
Austin Wins. Singled and drove in a run his first time through.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Eflin a move to first, and he's back safely. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball to the right side, but it kicks foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
0-2 now. Fastball is outside. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Goes down looking. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Orioles 5 and the Reds 2. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Graham Ashcraft.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
Right fielder, Colton Cowser.
And that skips in the dirt. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 2. And there's a foul ball. That's off the mark. And now 3-1.
3-1.
Swung on, popped up left side. Nabs it, 1 away.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Heston
Kjerstad, the next to hit for the Orioles. Singled and scored his first time. That clips the zone. 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one cutting but missing down low. And now 2-2. That one missing inside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
On the ground at first. He takes it on his own. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, and it remains 5-2. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
TJ Friedel.
Eflin back to work. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Westberg in position. hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
The offense needs to start showing some
Now
fight
batting,
against this starter.
second
He's doing his thing out
Matt
there.
McClain.
They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. That's a strike. It's 0-1. On the ground to short. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw and he's on at first.
Now batting, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz.
So a man at first. Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Bounce to the right. Mountcastle. And they put the tag on him for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Austin Hayes.
So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Austin Hayes. 1 for 2. Lifted in the air, right field. Cowser sizing this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 5 and the Reds 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Ryan Mountcastle.
In there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Henderson stands in now and watches strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. This one in the dirt. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Marte sizes this one up, and there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder Tyler
Here's Tyler O'Neill. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Oh, 2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Stays alive. Man at second. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Mountcastle on at second with 2 down. Yeah, that's fouled off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the dirt, but kept close. To third, tag, got him. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Orioles held in check there. They're still out in front 5-2.
I was never a gentleman, I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow, I made it back. If she tell me don't leave, I told her shot it relax now. So she can get
back here in Baltimore, top of the 6th inning. And now here is Gavin Lux. Lux in his 5th season, 27 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year.
Well, these Reds doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Spencer Steer.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer. That clips the corner.
No ball, 1 strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The 0-1. That's down and in. Movement in the bullpen. Brian Baker, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Aiken warming up as well. And there's a ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Next offering is in for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first. Outside with a breaking ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And a base hit right there. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Eflin is done. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Brian Baker.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
First and second, no outs. Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. And that drops in for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. And a breaking ball misses outside. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. There's the strike.
Two and two.
In the dirt, blocked. That one not close. And that's ball 3. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. So up next, Noelvi Marte.
Now batting, third baseman, Noelvi Marte.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering way off the plate. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now that catcher.
Austin Wynns digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. 2 on, 2 outs. And now 2-1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Late on that fastball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. TJ Friedl on deck for Cincinnati. Fights it off. He'll see another. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brian Baker out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Keegan
Number
Aiken.
45.
Definitely a huge at-bat in this game coming up right here. But with 2 outs, he's just got to focus on getting one batter, and this should be fun.
And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. 0 for 3 in this one. First offering, and it just misses. Lux at third. Steer at second. Wins. On at first with 2 down. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Base hit, 1 run is in. The second run scores, and they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. In there, and it's 0-1. Just missed. Runner edges away at second.
Fastball for a strike. Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And that's downstairs. 2-2. Double steal. Pitches low.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Throw to third. Ow! And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That misses the zone. 1-0. That one missed. And he hits a ground ball right side. McClain. Rutschman retired.
Now batting. Designated hitter, Ramon.
And now the DH,
Laureano.
Ramon Laureano. That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Jordan Westburg, the next to him for the Orioles.
Third baseman, Jordan.
Well, they've kept it pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
No strike.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. In the dirt, and it's 2-1. On the ground to third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 1-2-3 go the Orioles as they hold on to a 5-4 lead.
Now pitching.
Welcome back.
Orioles.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Cincinnati Perez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, 1-run game. Now the number 2 hitter, Matt McClain, 1 for 3. That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
That's down and in. A slider missed. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. There's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's the Reds DH, Austin Hayes. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
The 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Perez keeping him close.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Got him looking. Now 2 away.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Next for Cincinnati, Gavin Lux. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Smoked on the ground a second. Mateo sends it to first. And that will end the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Orioles 5 and the Reds 4. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Look at me, I am a boss, I make the rules. Don't listen to nobody, do what I choose. Got nothing to lose. I make decisions, I'll be on top, never losing. So down on my knees, I'll be back on my feet.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tony Santillan.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
First offering in the dirt. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Next offering down in the dirt. Late on that fastball.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And now it's 3-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting, center fielder.
Man at first. Now here is Heston Kjerstad. First pitch misses. Cowser aboard here at first with nobody out. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Here's a 2-0. Swing and a foul out of play.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Runner at third, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off. He was late. Hit on the ground to short. They score a run thanks to the infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw.
You know? Yeah, no question. Here's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. And that one is lifted in the air. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Now at the plate, Ryan Mountcastle. There's a strike.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Base runners at second and third here. No outs. And that is out of play. and he didn't like the call.
Now
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
O'Neill in the box now, takes strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Now the 0-1. Ground ball right side. Over to second for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Orioles 6 and the Reds 4.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yennier Cano.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. That misses. Ball 1. Outside. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that's a foul ball. That one hit to right. Flashes the leather on the running catch. One up, one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fraley batting with one down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty. Now that's smacked to right center. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That's to third. Zips it to first. And that is the inning. Offense held in check there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Orioles 6 and the Reds 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Emilio Pagan.
I'm too involved in God, not television. According to his purpose, not somebody.
Now it's going to be Adley Rutschman.
Catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Just missed. And that's a little high. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So man aboard. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ramon Laureano. Swing and a miss, strike one.
No ball, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. Rutschman on at first, nobody out. Foul ball, still 0-2. Now a high fly ball out to left center. He's got it, and there's one down. The relay throw.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan.
Now the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. Check swing, called strike. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
2 outs. And a foul ball. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Through 8 full, it's the Orioles 6 and the Reds 4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. Pinch hitter coming on. Late done.
The last chance for him here, hoping he can be a catalyst for some type of 9th inning comeback.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Bautista, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. The 0-1. On the ground to third. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Around first, heading for 2. Tag, and they got him. So an error on the play, but they get the out anyway. Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, T.J. Friedl. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And that's a double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And It's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
1 out, runner at second. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain. That's in there, and it's 0-1. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth.
1-1.
In the dirt, well done behind the dish. The tying run at the plate.
Ball.
And that misses. 3-1 now.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Tying run at the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Now batting, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz.
Big at bat coming up with Ellie De La Cruz stepping in. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
That's down and in.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Austin Hayes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Struck him out looking. Now only 1 out remaining. So now here's the DH, Austin Hayes.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Austin Hayes.
Terry Francona bringing a bat off the bench. Jamer Candelario. He represents the go-ahead run. Swings and misses. That's strike 1. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. The Reds down to their final strike. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Next offering is downstairs.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Felix Bautista won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Coming out for the Orioles, Gregory Soto.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So they're down to their final out. In now for the Reds, Gavin Lux. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
And there's a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
So the tying run at second. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Lo que te espera, arte moraliza, por mi cama se desliza. No me avisa, sus chelas hacen fila, son una bandida, buscan que la le bendiga. Soy el boquila, el dueño en la maquila, eche la valija, más el edip, no tiene fija. La baby en los números se fijan, los bolsillos llenos, me siento como un póster, todas se me